So what's in your dough?
Just flour, water, yeast, and salt. I use regeneratively farmed flour from the Pacific Northwest that has no bromate, no bleach, and no glyphosates used in processing, which is really common
Yeah,
to increase
hard to avoid,
the
isn't it?
yield. Yeah, and so it's really nice stuff. Then it goes through a pre-ferment, and then another 36-hour fermentation process after the pre-ferment.
So it takes you a few days to just put the dough together.
Yes. So it's Monday. I've already started dough for Wednesday service as of yesterday, and yeah, we'll be good in a few days.
What style pizza are you making?
That's a funny question. Like when we first got started, or when we've been in this process building this place out, because it took so long, everybody's asking, when are you going to open it? What style pizza do you do? And it's kind of a blend of lots of different things. I use an Italian mixer. Pre-fermentation is Italian, but I don't cook at Neapolitan temperatures. Yeah, so I just started telling people it's Tiger style.
Tiger style.
Tiger style.
I love it.
Just because, my pizzas don't conform to any traditions.
It's your own style of pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, I just take things from everywhere. This pizza is inspired by Vietnamese garlic noodles, which is common San Francisco style homologation that was taken from Italian restaurants with just spaghetti. And so if you go to a Vietnamese restaurant, you get spaghetti, you're not getting rice noodles. When you order a Vietnamese garlic noodle, it's garlic, but they've added fish sauce and oyster sauce and those types of things. And so I wanted a pizza that kind of mimicked that, where it's just layers of umami. And so I don't use fish sauce, but I've chosen mushrooms that can mimic or have similar flavors with the oysters. And so go down with a base of shiitake. I do use red sauce because tomatoes are high in umami.
Not a lot of red sauce, though.
Not a lot of red sauce, light. The reason why is the tomatoes that I use are late harvest, and so they're really sweet. And so I don't bring a lot of acid per se. So I got shiitakes, I got your oyster mushrooms that go on here.
And not a base of tomato sauce either. You're actually putting...
No, that goes back to days of Pizza My Heart. I don't really like eating pizza when you take a bite and the cheese goes one direction and the crust goes another. So put a fair amount of mushrooms on this, and then this gets topped with the shiitake reduction, which then I hide some other things in here as well.
Top secret?
Yep. And so that's olive oil, shiitake reduction, a few other little things that go really well with mushrooms.
So the crust style almost looks like a New York style to me.
It's thin, yeah, thin like New York, but you'll see, and wait till you eat it. It's really light.
You mentioned Pizza My Heart. Do you have some connection?
I was there in the early days, like 91 through, I was there a couple years. Mainly doing prep. At that point in time was after the earthquake, and so like they didn't have downtown, they didn't have a storefront because it was destroyed in the earthquake. They had a little slice shop within the Quonset huts that were set up downtown.
All right.
And so Keith had put together a commissary kitchen that deliveries were done out of, and all the dough was made for capicola and whatnot.
Awesome.
And then this oven came in from Italy. It's a really nice electric oven that gives us a lot of versatility, so we can do lower temperature New York style. You could do pan style pizzas. So the gluten-free pizzas that I do are in a pan, and then you can go all the way up to almost 900 degrees if you wanted to do Neapolitan style pizza.
Wow.
But that tends to be a softer style.
It's beautiful. How many pies can you do in this at one time?
We've run about 6 pies at a time between the 2 decks, and the cook time is about 3 minutes, so we can turn pies out fairly quickly.
3 minutes.
3 to 4 minutes is what we run, yeah.
So you call this Mushroom Hunter's Pizza?
Yes. Mainly there's a mountain bike trail not far from here called Mushroom Hunter. And a lot of our pies have mountain bike themed names. Yeah, so that's, you can smell it. And this gets topped with a little bit of thyme. And then this has got also dried mushroom, which tends to use shiitake, or in this case, it's got a little bit of chanterelle in there as well. There you are.
You know, it's not as wet looking as I would expect from a mushroom pizza, but that probably has to do with just using some dried mushrooms.
Dried mushrooms and the temperature, putting the cheese down first as a barrier off the crust. But yeah, so it just depends on mushrooms for the day, right? Like, you know, undercarriage looks good. Yeah. Grab a slice.
Nice. Smells very umami.
Good cheese pull.
Oh, the dough is like really crisp.
That's the goal. Crisp and light.
Mm-hmm. It is light. It's like, yeah. Really neat.
And hot.
Uh-huh. You have to remove that first layer of skin.
Daily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you for growing awesome mushrooms.
My
Right?
pleasure.
Like it
Yeah.
makes good pizza.
How was your initial experience then? You know, opening
Opening the doors?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a lot of fun. This complex has been here since 1970, and originally there was a restaurant here, nightclub, but it lasted a very short amount of time. And then there was a lot of high turnover in this location until Santa Cruz Hillel came in, and they were here, I want to say almost 15 years. And then COVID changed things, and the school shut down, and so they actually downsized to a smaller location. This place sat vacant, right? So it took us 2 years to get the doors open once we signed the lease, and went through rezoning and building permit process and then build out.
Even though it was already a restaurant, you still had to get it rezoned?
Yeah, but that was 50 years ago, right? So we had to rezone it. I would have been better off because it was zoned as community space, church,
Oh, right. Okay.
I would have been
okay.
better. We could have opened the doors quickly if I opened up a pizza church, like we could have done that.
Right.
But through that process, we met a lot of neighbors in the neighborhood. So once the doors opened up, there's a lot of excitement when you come here. Last night we had a table, started out as one couple. Somebody in their neighborhood showed up. Then there was two of them, or two couples, and then they called a friend, and the next thing there was 3 couples and 4 couples, and they were pushing tables together. So all people in their neighborhood. So it's been pretty neat. And that's kind of our mission here, is building companionship through food, right? We want to be able to make a difference in building memories and friendships through food.
Absolutely. Wow. Nice job.
Thanks.
Mushroom Lovers Pizza. Or no, it's Mushroom Hunters.
Mushroom Hunters.
Mushroom Hunters Pizza.
Yeah.
I recommend it. It's delicious.